at Robinson Blackmore Printing in Grand Falls, Windsor, and we're in the what they call the layout area of the paper, and we're going to follow the Norwester from beginning to end, starting with the editorial and the layout section, and we're going to go and meet Frank. Good morning, Frank. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. Now, we understand that most of the editorial work for the Norwester is done in the Springdale area. Is that right?
Yes, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess it's all sent in here on by fax machine or computer?
Computer and fax. Some ads are sent in by fax, but mostly it's done by computer. So then it comes to the layout department. And we do a layout. This is a dummy layout, we call it, for the Norwester. It's done up in sections, like 12 pages or 10, or this particular day is 12 in a B section and 10 in an A section. So all the ads, like this is the front page, all the ads are dummied, as we call them, mocked up, individual from a computer readout, we call them manifests.
Okay.
So these are all punched in through the computer, and we go by designated size. We take the size of each individual ad and dummy it on a mock layout. Some pages have color, and some customers may need like a right-hand page or a designated space that they want in the paper, like up front or classified. So particularly, this is how we do a layout.
So I guess there's a very much a lot of work goes into just laying out this section to start off with.
Yeah, yeah. You get organized so that you don't have like two car ads together or two drugstore ads together or facing pages, or try to separate them in the paper as much as possible.
Right.
Sometimes you can't because of the limited space.
Yeah. Now, who's responsible for looking after this layout section?
Mr. Butt. Wince Butt, but he's not here today, so we're trying to fill in.
So Wince picked the day to be off.
Yeah.
And, I guess he...
And Lori Ball. Lori does most of the layout when Wince is not around, and she does layout like certain days,
Good morning, Lori. Can you just give us a few words on your job that you is involved in our Norwester paper?
Well, what I do is I get the manifest and I make up the pages, like Frank already explained, and then I bring them to the layout department and they make up the pages around the ads.
So you pretty much design the paper for the other crowd to lay out, is it?
Yeah, basically.
Now, you see how quick she took the credit, the what do you call it, the credit for doing the paper? Eh?
Well, she does. Yeah, she does a good job. Anyway.
She's the mainstay of the paper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now let's move on to the next section now.
Okay, we go over to the typesetting department now, or later.
Now here, Frank.
We're looking at the computer now, scanning through the first section of the Norwester, which is on page 4 right now. So we're up to page 5.
So we're actually seeing what's going to be in the paper before the paper is being printed.
Yeah, it's all done on the computer now. So we're up to page 5. She's programming now, just showing you what's scanning through the first section. The ads are not put on these pages yet, as you got to come out from the processor to the image setter, and after it's all checked over, it'll be sent over to the paste up department, and all the ads will be pasted on, and then we'll be taken to the camera. Okay. You can cut there anytime at all. Okay. We're waiting now for England's ad to come through. That's gone for proof. They got to be finalized before we paste it onto this. So, just a second, eh?
We're just waiting now for someone to check the pages so we'll let them go to the press.
So there's more than one paper being done here at the one time?
We do approximately, well, in a week we do 12 newspapers. And sometimes 3 done at one time. Right now this morning we're doing Norwester, Pollitt, and the Coaster after lunch. So 3 newspapers today,
So pretty busy day.
Oh, pretty busy day. Yeah, keeps us going, for sure.
All right.
The wax is the back. It's adhesive wax.
Okay.
So follow me. And on the back, it's adhesive. Well, it's more or less of candle wax, but it's It's got a glue in it, and it'll stick to the pages.
Good.
Use a knife. And we pasted that. Let's go again. Now, you got to check this page, make sure everything's okay. Date lines, headlines, captions, advertisements. All the ads are correct, put in the right spot. And then this page is ready to go to photomechanical to make a burn it in on it and make a negative.
Of the papers, and what a camera is quite a difference in the regular 35mm camera. You wouldn't be able to lug this around on your shoulder. I'm going to get a guy to come in here now just to give us a little bit of an idea how it's used with this machine.
Okay, once the paste up is completed, then we have to make a negative of this page. That's what has to be put on the plate to go on your press. So this is a camera. It works the same as your basic camera, just it's just a lot larger. So we take our page, put on, you close up your copy board, and
Get over here, Rob.
and this is your lens to shoot your pages. So then when I have to go inside, you want to go inside
Yes,
to see what's in the.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to follow in the dark room now. Well, Rob, you might not see in here.
Now this is the inside. I'll turn on the light here so you can. This is the inside of your camera. When you push the button, the lens opens and your four. What you do is you take your sheet of film, you put it on there, the copy board. Outside is marked the same as this, where you put your film. With all different sizes so you know where to position your sheet. And you put your film and you push down and there's a vacuum to hold your film to the frame. So then we close the door. You set your time. Where with the ordinary camera you're attacking your shutter is probably only a second to expose. With this it takes 11 seconds to expose each sheet. So once we push the button there, your lens opens, your lights come on, your film is exposed.
Quite a difference in cameras.
Right. Now once that's shut, that'll shut off after the 11 seconds. Then you would open it, take your sheet of film, put it, there's a set of rollers there. This is an automatic film processor. There's a set of rollers in there that takes your film into your developer, into your fix, into your wash, and out through your dryer. It takes about 3 minutes to get your sheet. Then your film is ready then for the stripper, we call them.
So that's out on the
That's
outside.
out on the other side of this camera, yeah. The processor there, the film is taken, then that to be stripped up and put on plates to go to the press.
So we'll go out there now and have a look at that.
This is what you'll have. So the positive we had on the camera, then you'll end up with your negative.
Okay.
We'll take over and he'll show you what happens.
Okay, we're going to follow Reg now. Thank you very much.
Right here now, I take them here and I've got lines here on the table. So just take it and it's page 5. So I put it over here and line it up within those within the boundaries of these marks and put tabs on it right here on this table. Then I've got to get another one to match up with it, which is page 5 here, and I've got a 10-page section, so page 8 goes with it, 5 and 8. Like it's 1 and 10, 2 and 9, 3 and 4 are the single pages, then 5, 8, 6, and 7 is the center. So
Okay.
I've got this one here, which was shot previously, and it's all about Mr. Tobin. So I take this one, and I put it down here. I've already got tabs put on this because it came out before, and I'll just match it up, join it together up here in the center. Now, as you see, I've got 2 pages here.
Right.
They have to go on a metal plate. It's a zinc aluminum alloy plate with a light sensitive coating. As you can see, it's an all green plate. This is the coating is all right over the plate, and it's light sensitive to ultraviolet light. So over here we have a, I suppose you could call it a template.
Right.
Pins all along the front. Now the tabs that I put on over there, every plate goes here in the same place. Now these tabs go on the pins that I've already got here
Right.
to be in the same spot. Now in order to get this here clear, I have to cover it up. So I use what I call an overlay, which the pins in the same spot, and it covers up the edges all around the plate and just the pages. So now we bring it down. There's a vacuum pump that pulls all the air out from in here. There's a rubber base and a glass. Now if there was no vacuum to pull all the air out, you get your type all swelled and bubbled and that. It wouldn't be fit to read, you wouldn't be able to read. So we just flip it over. This is an ultraviolet light down here.
Right.
That once we turn it on, right here, she counts down from 34 down to 1. So we just have to wait about 35
So
seconds there.
that print then is transferred from that that negative to that that silver plate or green plate we're talking about?
Yes, that the ultraviolet light shines through the white type
Yes.
on the negative and hardens up the coating on the plate. So we have to do this with every plate, every page of the papers. Of
Every
all the
paper.
papers. Every paper has to be done like that.
Quite a bit of work. Well, this
It's a bit of
should be a great thing to see now.
And this one comes out there now. You'll be able to see the image on the plate, but then in order for it to be suitable for the press, we have to put it through another machine.
So does Robinson Blackmore offer school tours and things like that?
Oh yes, yes, we have mostly during education week, and the community colleges and the training institutes, they have tours going through too. Now as you see, I'll just take off all of this. Now this one here, this is my plate. I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up or not, but you can see the image on it.
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, now we have to put it through this one. There's a developer in here with scrub rollers.
Right.
That'll scrub off all this, all
Green.
the green, and leave the type which will be in green. There are various colors of plates, but this is the one that we're currently using. There was a red one that we used and a black one, but this is what our supplier is sending to us.
So when you want color to an ad, say, how does the color be added to the?
The color, we have to get, sometimes the color comes in separated. We call it separated. The color is
Yes.
on one sheet, and in this particular ad here, we've got paint shop ad.
Yes.
Now as you can see, there's some openings.
Right.
Now, that is done on a black plate. Now the color, whichever color it is, has to be done on a separate plate, which is a different one. So you can see now what was missing on the black one is here on the red one.
Right.
It's supposed to be red. This is the front page of the Norwester and the back page. So we have color on the front
Right.
and color on the back. So that's, every color has to have a separate plate.
So it's extra amount of work for different
It is.
ad colors.
So our plate is starting to come through here now. As you can see, we went from a positive over there. It came through on film as a negative, and it's going through here now on the plate as another positive. So after we finish with it here, there's also a finisher here that preserves the plate so it doesn't fade out and it helps the pressmen out there.
So can these plates be reused?
No, no, only for scrap. We sell them to a scrap dealer for X number of cents. So here's our
Here's one of the pages for our Springdale paper today.
page 5 and page 8. In fact, it's 2 pages.
Yeah. Okay, thanks very much for that. Out of the on the plates there, and now we're going to get Anthony to show us what happens to them when the plate comes through.
Well, start off with the plates are the image area picks up ink and repels water. Clear area picks up water and repels ink. That's how they work. Now they got to be bent. You got to put a hook on them to mount them on the cylinders. That's what I'm doing here now. Now that's ready to mount on the cylinder now. Clamp. So now I got 10 of them to bend, 8 of them to bend here now. So no need to filch. Each plate has a place. This page 1 is right here. Page 1 green. Page 1B green. Okay.
Okay.
That's going right here now. Where the ink has been changed, the ink has to be set, okay? Just set the ink here. Open these keys. What happens here is that these keys press up against a steel blade, which runs on this roller. If you open the key, you allow the ink will flow through. Okay. Each color has its own plate, and it has to be put in the right position in order to come out right on the printed paper.
What's that, page 2?
That's page 2, yeah.
Now, is this I see a bucket of ink here. Is this the way they load the ink?
Yeah. Ink is all the colors are put in and taken out by hand. Black, because it's more black, is put in and taken out with a pump. Or is taken out by hand, put in with a pump. So he'll put in the.
It's almost like a plaster.
Yeah, it's pretty thick. It's vegetable base. It's not. It's used to be petroleum based one time, but now it's vegetable based. It's soybean, soy oil.
So it's not harmful to the environment.
Not supposed to be. If we had color on page 1 and page 2, we'd have a plate on it on this side also. You see, and a plate right here. But right now we only have color on page 1 and page 12. I think. Yeah. Different system here for setting the ink. He's opening the keys. There's little levers. The same thing I was doing with the keys, screws. This page 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are down here.
Hey, Rob, we're going 5 here?
5 and 6.
5 and 6. So these work at the same time, and all the paper come together in the center. Is that?
Yep. Now to get when the other guy's ready now, they'll put a plate on each side. I'll reset it. Wait, it goes on these hooks right here, look.
Okay.
and you put it in position sideways. Okay, Sterling. When he locks it down now, these fingers will hold the plate on its own. That's it.
So that page is loaded.
Blade's low.
Now as soon as all this is done, I guess we'll get to see it all run.
Get to see it all going.
They're up. That's it. They're about ready to start the press there now. There's the paper being printed on the top. There's it coming out. That's the B section of the newspaper. Being printed right there now. Checking their colors, making sure the proper colors on every sheet. They do this quite a bit. You got the fella on both sides running, making sure everything is just perfect, color-wise. Pretty hectic job by the look of it. Starting to speed up a bit now. Continuously checking the paper. Takes quite a few adjustments before the paper comes to their what they want to put out as a proper paper. All the paper that's not of good quality goes to the recycling depot here in Grand Falls. He finally gave us the nod. He must have a good paper.
Settle down, huh?
Starting to settle down, is she?
Yeah.
I see you were running around here pretty hectic when you first started.
Yeah, you gotta get it going as fast as possible. Huh?
And what were you checking for? Bad color and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'll show you now. Check for ink setting. Make sure everything is nice. Like right here needs to be blackened up a little bit. Now we'll do that.
Just them keys in that area?
Let a little bit more ink run on there. Right here, a little bit too much. Not quite enough there. So.
Pretty good page.
Yeah.
stage, sort of getting started up.
On the first run of the day, yeah. That's our first run today.
So this is the first paper for today, printed. So how many prints do you do a day? 3?
Right today we're going to do 3 papers. It's 2 sections in the Norwester, 2 sections in the pilot, and probably 1 section in the coaster. And then in the night shift then it's all flyers.
So you put them together in how many in a bundle?
50 in a bundle.
50 in a bundle. You see the papers all start in different sections of the building, and they all end up here in the middle, right here, being folded. The paper's being put together, and it comes out here in a section. This is section B being printed here now of the Norwester. It's quite a function here to put all this together, but great an experience to see it being put together.
This is a mild acid solution. This roller here, this one, the water comes up through here to here, goes on the plate with this roller here. The ink is put on with these rollers in here. The way it works, the plate prints on the blanket cylinder, and the blanket cylinder prints on the paper. It's printing both sides at one time. So that's basically how the system works. When it goes up to the folder, then each whip comes down to the folder, comes down, or you come up here. Your former board right here, paper come down and folded in half, then it's cut off and folded in half again. Comes out down here.
That's your paper.
That's a finished paper. We look at it upside down because that's the way it's going through the press. If you were wondering.
Okay, yeah, I wondered just now if you were reading upside down.
We look at it upside down because that's the way it goes through the press. Easier for us to find where we need to be. You're going to make an adjustment.
So the paper looks pretty good here now.
Yeah. Settle down now.
The A section is coming next. The B section has been done. There's a few adjustments to do to the press before the A section can be run. We're going to follow the A section through in a short while when it's ready to go. I'm watching a changeover of a roll of paper. They're going from what they call a full size to a half size, is it? 4 page to 2 page. Always wondered how they handled them big rolls of newsprint, but I guess now we see how they do it. And here we are with the section A, which is the front section of the Norwester, is now being run on the press. It's quite a hassle to get through start up. Shut down. And here comes the other section. As you see, they're again grabbing copies, checking their colors, adjusting their inks. Too much here, not enough there. That's not a good front page now, not bad. Each one of them takes a section to have a look at it. This is what it looks like when it comes off the paper, off the press. This is the front page. Not a bad thing for from what you see there. Explain to us, this process of what happens to our paper. Now, Kevin, what happens there, Kevin?
What happens here is after it's taken off the press, we get all your runs and your inserts, and we put it in this here machine. This machine, what this will do is collate all your pieces into one paper. It'll come off the delivery belt and then when we strapped up and bundled, right ready for the van to take.
And then it's off and running to the each individual office?
Yes.
So we'll just follow this through now, Rob, and have a look at what he was telling us. You might as well shut her down now. Okay, starting her off. So we're not seeing none from this side. And here's the paper coming folded and ready to go. All the inserts in, now ready to be packaged. They come out in, what do you pick them out in, bundles of 10 or 20?
10.
Bundles of 10. Get a shot of them putting the bands on now, Rob. Probably have to go over there and now we're Roger, and Roger's the Robson Blackmore driver that takes the paper. You deliver them to each individual office in these areas, and then they're distributed from the offices to the carriers. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. We take them to the main office. And the main office, the carriers comes to the main office and picks them up.
So your job is pretty much clued up when you drop off to the office.
Right on, sir.
And you're back here in due time. And is your night finished in when you get back here, or do you deliver another newspaper?
No, we don't deliver another newspaper. If there's anything to go to the post office, we take it to the take the mail down to the post office, and then that's it. I'm put up for the day.
So hopefully now you'll get these papers out and about on time.
Right on. If you fellers don't hang me up too long.
Okay. We won't do it if you want. I just want to say thanks for arranging our tour of Robson Blackmore. And for arranging our tour and our filming of the paper today. Thank you, Barbara Ann.
You're kindly welcome.
And hopefully we'll see you in the future.
Sure, I'm sure you will.